Hello everyone, I'm Ken Liu. Interesting. The topic of this event is a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Very interesting. It's my great honor to introduce next speaker, Sailing Ho from Deckers. Sailing is a very good sailor of lean. She has very rich experience in lean, 10 years in lean manufacturing and 10 years in lean supply chain. This session, she will tell the story of how Deckers weathered the COVID storm in China. During the pandemic, problems with limited inventory and the uncertainty of lockdowns and continuous change to the planned loom. But the Deckers factory was able to survive. It is so thanks to lean thinking practices like quick changeovers, line balancing, and the development of multi-skill operators. This case study demonstrates that lean gives its best during a crisis. Welcome, Sally.
Thank you, Ken. So my voice is okay now, right?
Very clear.
Okay. So my topic will be shared today is suppliers competency development. I will talk something about how Deckers developed the suppliers competency in the lean environment. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Sailing Ho from China. My English name is Sailing. So it's interesting thing. I heard my name was called several times during this event. Thank you. Ken introduced me much better than myself. So I will skip my first slide to introduce myself and start from the introduction of our company, Deckers. Deckers is the company I'm working for almost 10 years, more than 10 years already. So Deckers brand is a global footwear and apparel company. The headquarters was based in Goleta, California in USA. And generally we have 5 key brands, UGG, Hoka, Teva, Sanuk, and Kula Pula by UGG. And mainly our company was divided into 2 principal divisions. One is the fashion lifestyle group. The other one is the performance lifestyle group. So for the FLG, the product line is anchored by iconic classic boots. I'm not sure if some of you are wearing this type of the boots is very famous. Okay, and beside that, we have a wider assortment of shoes, boots, and apparels and accessories. For the performance lifestyle group, the main focus are the athletic and outdoor wear. Okay, then say something about our supply chain. The character of our footwear manufacturing this industry, the brand, our Deckers are the brand. So we own the brand, we design, market, and distribute the products. And all the products are manufactured by the OEM suppliers. So for the footwear manufacturing, the process is very simple. Just the 4 steps to make a shoe. Just the first step is cutting the raw material into the parts, then stitch the parts into the uppers. At the same time, it's the parallel process. So attach the outsole, midsole, topsole, all the soles into bottom. So now after we have uppers and bottoms, combine them. That's the assembly, that's a shoe. So it seems like the shoes making is very simple process, but actually it really needs the intensive labors and the manual operations. So by this type of the manufacturing process and also the business module, Deckers brand didn't own any factory. So in this scenario, we know it's not easy for us to control and manage the product on-time delivery and the quality. So how Deckers make it? In the past 3 years, everyone knows it's the COVID came across all over the world. During the time, our Deckers, all the suppliers still can hit the target of the delivery and the quality, make it very stable. And at the same time, our business grow dramatically. So sometimes I always talk to my partner and my colleagues, said, if this COVID happened in 10 years before, I really dare not how can our production will look like. How can we still maintain the delivery and quality? Because at the time we didn't implement the lean yet. So today I will tell the Decker's lean story by 3 chapters. The first one, the chapter 1, I will introduce Decker's how work like a farmer to build the lean manufacturing system with all the partner factories. And then during the COVID period, we call it's our harvest time to show some cases how Deckers are using the lean system to realize the flexibility, then make our suppliers and also Deckers survive in this really the hardest time and make a good living. The chapter 3, I will introduce how Deckers will switch our role from the farmer into a designer. So we start to design the advanced competency check to drive our partner factories and us to a higher level. So more details will be shared in the few next slides. 10 years before, we have the options. As the brand owner, we can choose or source the excellent suppliers in the industry directly. And on the other hand, we can develop our existing suppliers into make them to be excellent. Why is 10 years before? Because during the time it's also the Deckers, the first dramatically growth at the time. So we need more suppliers and more vendors to help us to produce our products at the time. So we have 2 options. The Decker side, the Decker sourcing, we choose the latter one. We would like to be as a farmer to develop our existing suppliers. That's our choice then. So we start to plan to build the lean manufacturing system to improve our existing factories' competency and the capability at the time. So from then on, we consider our OEM factories as the strategic partners rather than only the suppliers. So generally, we experience the 4 steps to build the lean manufacturing system. The 4 steps are the top-down mindset change, then select some good step points to show the quick wins, to make sure the quick wins. And the next step will connect it existing the points into a network, become a system. The last step is after the T1 suppliers implementation, we expand to the T2s. Okay, so some more details about the step 1 top-down. So for the lean practitioner, I think everyone knows this is the only approach to implement lean. There is no other options. Top-down mindset change is the only option, is very vital for the success of the lean. Okay, so how can we do that top-down mindset change? The first layer is the top management commitment. Like them to commit to the waste limitation is very, very critical. I think everybody is agree. And also we know that it's not an easy thing. So how can we make it happen? Generally, our Deckers team, we use 3 ways. We can, at the beginning, we use the 3 methods. The first one, we collect some data of the factory's existing status to show the number to the factory management team. And at the same time to show them the industry status at the time as the benchmark. So they know the gaps between the our factory at that time and the industry status. They, first of all, they commit, they have some waste can be eliminated. And the second method is we know some factories management team have some concerns. Still, the relationship between us is factory and the customers. We are the customer. So they will think they do some lean practice changing and do some investment, get a better productivity. But later on, the customer will get back all the benefits, cut down the FOB price, and have a better negotiation condition. So that's the concern. And we know that. So from DECA side, we get also make some commitment to the factory to make sure to let them know that the DECAS is a long-term, we have the long-term vision. We are not only seeing the front benefits, get the benefits directly back and soon. We commit, we will never, and at the time we won't share some Kaizen benefits immediately from our costing team to get the price down and get the benefits back very fast. So we let them to be really remove this concern. And the last one is we also from the DECA's leadership team to get commitment. This is our DECA strategy. It's a long-term strategy. So but for the factory can, if commit with us, grow together with the same strategy, of course, we will have some business relationships, business allocation support. That's the commitment from us. For the factory levels, the top management, once they know this lean manufacturing system can help them eliminate some waste, save some money, and also can get the to be aligned with the customer's strategy. Why not? So the first step, we think we to get some level of commitment of the top management. Then is the next level is the professional leads. Of course, we need some professionals to lead the future Kaizen of project implementation, the lean implementation, because we think only the professional at the beginning can lead a right start. It will be easier than the restart. So how can we help the factory build their professional teams? That's another approach can continuously convince the top management of the factory would like to go with us together, because we DECAs built our lean team first and then embedded to factory, step in factory to show them, teach them, coaching them how to implement lean, what's the lean, and it's unconditionally, we free of charge. It's really to show the DECAs really would like to do something for our partners and together with our partners. That's the second step. We get a more convinced from the factory team. The third level, the mid-level supervisors practice is also very critical for the execution later. So how can we involve these levels people? Sometimes the business of money saving, cost saving is not that attractive for this level people. They think it's boss, the money is for the boss. So for them, what their concern is the people's themselves development opportunity. So we know that we let them know this, like the Toyota ways. So once we implement the lean, we would like to have our factories people grow as well. No matter later on they work in this industry or in this factory or not, they still have more opportunity to expand their career development. That's first of all to let them know. And the second one is we also show some model from the other factories. We can have the chance to show them the other factories. They always working in their own factory. There are no chance to see the others. So we provide this time the chance opportunity to have them to visit the other good factory, and they open the eyes, see, oh, this other factory, the other factories can do a better jobs than them. So they are interested in seeing the others can do that, why they cannot. Okay, so the third one, we also built some incentive programs together with the factory and also Deckers. We would like to encourage some people step in or start this implementation early and give some incentives, encourage them to step in. So that's some approach to have this levels people to involve in the start early. That's very important for the future, for the next execution. And the last levels operators, well, this will, how many people, how many operators can involve in this lean manufacturing system building? It will decide how far we can go in the future, because the basic level is the foundation of this industry. So for the operators, we didn't tell so many things about the benefits, something about the money saving or something. We just let them know what to do, and in a very, very simple way, let them easily to know. So the later improvement of Kaizen or Lean implementation will let them their work make it very easier and relax. But in the same time, if the productivity improved, they can some timeline they can get more money, earn more money. So that's the interest of the operators. We try to use different way to get the different levels of the people to engage and start change their mindset to accept the lean. After the mindset change, the step 2 is the real start. So for how can we start for this type of the factories? And it's not our own factories. And for the Dex Lean team, we know that for the Lean house, the 5 Is or visual management, this type of the project tools are the fundamentals of the Lean house. And this should be the first step. And we choose this as the start point with other factories, because we thought also these points are easily adapted by the factory and also easily to see the result, quicker result. So for those pilot supervisors or the pilot lines, they implement this tool, this project at the beginning, and then they easily to immediately see the results, the change. So they feel very proud of it, and also this will encourage the other lines, motivate them more and more the other lines leaders to join this projects. So we think this a little bit very good start point, show the quick wins. Another good start point we think is the flow. Why? Because once we do some investigation, we found most of the factories, our factories, are using the rented building. So it's not that easy for them to change the construction with a big change. And at the same time, for operations so long time, so there are always some issues raised up by the production people that there is no space to start their WIP, ask the supervisor to find a place. And also we saw that the long process and the low productivity is the common situation in the factory. How can we help them to resolve this type of issue? We draw the first version of their flow, show them their current state, and let them know there is no flow in their factory, and all the workstations are isolated. So once we show this to the factories, they feel very surprised. They cannot imagine, they cannot believe so many meters they walked, and the parts are transferred every day in such a small space. So they know they can do something to change. And then after they commit this is the something they can change, we can change. So we work together to start think, to imagine the future state. We help them to draw the future layout and on the paper. And during the holiday, we use some of the cartons to place on the production floor, the shop floor, to simulate the layout. Then try trial for several times to finalize the layout. Then change the layout, separate secret into the substreams or mainstreams, and standardize the WIP in each process, and also the in between the sections. So that can allow the factories flow, the manufacturing process start flow and balance the line. Of course, that time the magic happened. The smaller space seems to use less space, but higher output. And of course, they will walk less steps every day. Okay, so after we have select some start points, of course, for different factory, maybe have a different scenario, different situations, we will evaluate based on their factories, that times state, select the different suitable start point for each factories. Like some factories just move some machines from their original old factories. The machines are very old. So we introduce TPM to them to help them to do some preventive maintenance to remove or reduce their machines loss, efficiency loss. For some factories, if their product mix is very complicated, so we will introduce the quick changeover to help them to reduce some efficiency loss because of the style change. So no matter which start point it is from each factories, finally we will connect these points built into a network for other factories within the 2 years. Of course, this network, the future status, is designed at the beginning in our mind. We know the end, what the future should look like, just the different step points, because we know the step points, these points can, if connected them, and there are some interactional that only by this way can see the final results. So by doing this for several years, maintain and sustain and keep continuous improvement of this system, and we saw the benefits really. During the past several years, we can see our manufacturing lead time reduced from 20 days to 6 days. It's really dramatically reduced around 70% the shorter the lead time. It's really great and encourage us to continue. And then once we feel the T1 suppliers, that means our footwear factories, we feel their lean manufacturing system a little bit stable. We thought it's a time to invite the T2 material suppliers in, because we know that in this entire supply chain, any missing points doesn't mean we can miss any points. That means we cannot succeed. So how can we roll out this lean system to T2 suppliers? DECA's team only have few people. And so we thought we need the T1 suppliers we work with together. They can do the same coaching, training, practicing with the T2 suppliers, just as what we have done to them at the beginning. But the principle is the same, the win-win-win. 3 wins, triple wins are the real wins for the entire supply chain. Okay, we thought everything seems on the track, and but COVID came, and during the time, but really honestly happy to see that during the COVID situation, our product on-time delivery quality still kept certain levels. There is no drop down and hit the target. We feel very happy to see that. And at the same time, our business really grows 80% higher than before. And we saw that the factory using the our lean tools, lean system, realized the flexibility to let us and the partner factories and us to really survive in this hard situation. So I cannot agree more. This event's theme, strong, a small sea never made a skilled sailor, right? Just like the COVID, like a storm, so make us stronger. During the pandemic situation, everyone, I think, have similar challenges. Because of the lockdown by area, by city, or by country. So sometimes we feel the material delivery and the operator's attendance is really uncertainty, just like a mystery box surprise us every day night. That time, we feel the uncertainty is the only thing that is certain. And on the other hand, the customer requirements really keep frequently change because we know they're facing the same situation with us. How can we conquer it? Our partner factories start to set up their monthly plan and then cascade it into the weekly, daily, even the hourly plan. So they keep planning. And once have some information, the live information flow in, they can adjust the plan timely and then release the new plan to all the related stakeholders. How can they do that? That's really the benefits of the pool production system implementation during the normal time, I think. So after the planning team can make it very flexible, how about our soft floor? We also built the quick changeover capability in our factories. So once the planning have so many frequent change, our soft floor factory their changeover team can immediately adapt this change, relay out, use the trolley to deliver the necessary parts or components, using the widget tool management to show in and out, no one need to ask. So everything can be prepared in the list, just like everything is changed, but looks like nothing changed. So by doing this, the factory, the shop floor can minimize the production loss because of this frequent change. Another one is the multi-skill training I mentioned before, because during the normal time, we designed this multi-skill operators training system and list down all the operators, their skills and their skill levels. Also plan what next skill to be trained for them. The supervisor will train them, have them practice and check their level of the skill, and then share operations, share the process. So during the pandemic situation, the supervisor can just arrange the production line based on their operator's attendance rate, status, and the skill of the skills the operator mastered. Arrange the line easily and then try to make sure the line are balanced and our factory's productivity can maximize as the effective output. So during the fight, our factory won, so do we, right? That's the experience during the pandemic situation. And the COVID let us become strong. And also we note we need to be stronger. So we plan to switch our role to be as a designer, design the advanced competency check to drive our partner factories and us together to a higher level. Okay, this is just our supplier competency model we designed. Seems still focused on the delivery, quality, development, and operational excellence. The category keep the same, but actually within the criteria is different. We continues to improve, upgrade the criteria. That's we think we can drive our suppliers, partner factories to the next level. At the same time, we design the competency-based performance evaluation system. We believe by doing this, we can drive our partner factories to be more agile and resilient. And by doing this, we believe we can be ahead of curve and upgrade ourselves from A to A+. Okay, so that's almost the end of our Deca's Lean story. Some key takeaways. Top-down approach, not mentioned, there's no other options. And we have to have a whole picture. Is the end where we want to go. We need to start, select the really good start, realize the quick wins. And then we can implement the programs in a systematic approach to make sure the program can be success. Continuous improvement, we cannot say nothing. For the Lean practitioner, everyone knows we just have the start, no end. We pursuing the continuous improvement all the time for the Lean industry. Okay, the persistency is the key to success. It's no doubt. So especially for Lean implementation, and also the COVID let us know proof the Lean is the correct direction. So no reason stop. Our Deca story, Lean story, to be continued. And that's all for my presentation sharing today. Because of the technical, some platform issue, I cannot see the questions from the audience. So hopefully, and you can enjoy this presentation, sharing any questions. I can feedback, maybe connect with the LinkedIn. And thank you for your time. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you, Zelin. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.